Hi there, it's Beauty Junkie. Welcome to my channel. Today I want to focus on doing a summer eye look because to me it's still summer even though it's beginning of September, and I want to take advantage of some of those summer colors while I can. So I'm going to be using the Lethal Cosmetics After Dark palette again. I haven't really had a chance to really use this that much this summer, and I want to use some of these fun blues and maybe a little bit of the purple, just because I feel like those are not fall colors as much. So I want to take advantage of some of the fun colors on this palette while I can. I also want to do my full face with you just because I have some new other face products I want to keep using, and I want you to see what they look like on a different day. So I'm going to be using some new products that I have from Chanel, Chantecaille, Guerlain, by Terry, so you guys can see that in action. Alright, I feel like it's been a while since I've done a lot of makeup videos, and I'm trying to do makeup videos where it's not just me doing first impressions and buying new makeup all the time. Although I'm still doing that, I need to put in some videos that aren't just new stuff. Like, how is it going? I want to show you how these products, wear as I continue to use them, and then if my opinions change, you guys should know that. So first off, I want to start off the video with a perfume of the day. I want to start incorporating my perfumes into more of my videos, just because I'm sure some of you are someone interested in perfume if you're interested in beauty. And so I have a whole bunch of Perfume Parlor perfumes. That's this brand right here. And this company does a lot of dupes for very popular fragrances, popular brands. And it's perfumeparlor.co.uk. So it is shipping from the UK. But they have a lot of different options, a lot of different sizes. Yes, the shipping can be a lot to the US, but it wasn't so much that it deterred me from ordering. But I did order quite a bit, and I got these size bottles, quite a few of them. You can get smaller though. And so I got a whole bunch of Tom Ford dupes, and some of them I like, some of them I don't like, but I'm still using them. And I mean, it's gonna take me a long time probably several years to get through all of these, just because I don't spray a lot of perfume at once, and I don't use perfume every day, especially now when I'm just at home hanging out. But today's perfume is Extraordinary 1822, and this is the dupe for Effing Fabulous. Now the problem with this is I don't have all the original formulas to really compare. Is it the same? But I just would tell you if I like it or not. I think I like this one for the most part. It's feminine, and it smells classy. I have noticed these are perfume oils, I believe, so they don't last as long. But I mean, this is small, and they have smaller ones. You could just pop it in your purse if you want to redo. You can redo, and it's such a much lower price than the original. If you find a good dupe, it might be worth the extra effort to respray. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts. If you really are into perfume but not into the high price tag, just something to think about. Alright, so I put on the Tatcha primer, liquid canvas. I feel like using a tinted moisturizer, Chantecaille Just Skin in Alabaster, and I'm going to apply it with a sponge, but I'm going to put it on my palette first. If you guys want to know what palette this is, it's a glass palette from Scott Barnes. And he's been having some sales. If you ever catch a site-wide sale, I would pick this up. And what I like about it, it's not really travel friendly, but I don't know how many people really take a palette to travel. But I had like a plastic sort of flat surface that I used as a palette, and it got little cracks in it, and I felt like that wasn't really sanitary when I was like spreading makeup all over it. So this is not going to have cracks. It's a flat surface, you can easily clean it, although I have water spots all over it. But it's nice quality, it's heavy, it's thick. I feel like if you drop it on carpet or anything, it's not going to break. Just don't drop it from up high on hard floor. So I'm going to just use my sponge to apply this. And I would say this isn't a lot of coverage, but it's just a really comfortable and breathable amount of coverage. And you get some sunscreen. I wouldn't rely on the sunscreen though, because it's only SPF 15. But I like the palette just because I don't like getting my fingers dirty. The only thing is that you have to wash this pretty often, you know, or just make sure you use one corner one day and one corner the next. But if you like mixing a lot of stuff like eyeshadows, blushes, whatnot, cream blushes, whatever you like to do, bronzers, liquid bronzers, maybe you like to add some things to your foundation, having a palette like this makes a lot of sense, rather than like getting your hands all dirty and then you forget, you know, you mix foundation on the back of your hand and then you get it all over your clothes because you forgot to wash your hands. So I think it's really helpful, helps with cleanliness, at least on your face, on your hands. If you get breakouts easily, I would really pay attention to what tools you apply your makeup with and how clean they are, and how often you clean your tools, how often you clean your sponge, your palette. Are your hands clean when you touch your face? Are your brushes clean? Is your makeup sanitary? Is it old? Does it possibly have any bacteria growth in it? I know there's some like foundations and concealers that have like sponge applicators connected to them, or they have a doe foot applicator, and if it comes with a ton of product, or you just go through it really slowly and then you start using it again, or you take a break, you start using it again, it could be that your applicator's not so clean because you're touching your face with it, putting it back in the jar, touching your face, putting it back in the jar. So when you buy stuff, if you have acne, you might want to think about like staying away from products that have like reusable pieces attached to the makeup, if that makes sense. So like powders, if you use the poof or the brush that comes with the powder every time and you rarely clean it or never clean it, that's gonna be a problem for your skin. It's just like stuff you don't really ever think about, but could be contributing to some issues down the road. I'm gonna put a little bit of concealer. This is the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk. I believe this is 3.75, but the number has worn off. I want to put on a little bit of the liquid brightening CC serum from By Terry. This is Immaculate Light, the white one. Ooh. I kind of just want to put this on my fingertips, not the back of my hand. And I'm just going to highlight my cheekbone area, my brow bone. This is a really natural sort of lit from within glowy product. You can use it multiple ways. You can mix it in your foundation. You could put it on without foundation. You can put it on top like I'm doing. There's different colors. Only downside to me is the very strong rose scent. It is pretty crazy. It's also very expensive, but if you can get it on sale, that would be good. So I'm going to be using my new Healthy Glow Bronzing Cream from Chanel. This is one color, universal color, and I used it for the first time in my Chanel video, my first ever Chanel video. And I have to say I am surprised that I like the color of this, because by looking at it, it doesn't look like it's gonna go well for me, because it's very kind of warm, and it does look warm on my skin, but it's not a bad tone. So I'm using it once again, and I like the finger application. I did try it with a brush and it was fine. I just didn't see a problem with using my fingers with this. Just might be a little bit cleaner if I use my brush. But the texture of this is just very different. Like a cream foundation almost. Which I don't think a lot of people use, but reminds me of that texture. I'm trying to go in where I normally would with a bronzer. I just think it gives a really nice, I don't know, color, dimension, warmth, glow. It's nice. I know people don't like it as much as the old version, but I never had the old version, so I don't know how bad it is. Alright, so now I'm going to be using this loose powder from Chantecaille. This is the light shade, and haven't used this very much. I just kind of shake it to get the stuff to come out, the powder. I think a lot comes out at once. Just a little bit scary. Just gonna go over the top of my bronzer everywhere, just to kind of set things in. So I have a like hour-and-a-half video, which is probably one of my longest videos that I'm uploading right now, and it's taking like at least 4 hours, and it's not even done. I don't know if that's normal or not for that length of a video, but it's like, well, I guess I'll never do that again. I think maybe next time I'll just split up my video content so things aren't that long, because it's, first of all, my computer had a hard time saving my file, and then because it was, I don't know, large, I guess. And then now that I finally had it saved and I started to upload it, YouTube is just taking well beyond 4 hours to upload an hour-and-a-half video. And I don't, what's weird is like, YouTube has also changed the upload times. So I now can no longer upload videos at the start or half an hour. It has to be 10:15, like off times, 10:45, but not 10 o'clock, not 11 o'clock. So that makes me think like, oh, do I have to be a premium, like, you know, a paid user or a paid content creator to get the premium time slots? Because, you know, I don't have ads yet. I don't have enough subscribers. I don't have enough watch time. So I can't upload when everyone else gets to now. So that was a change that happened a couple weeks ago. And I'm like, what? So that's kind of lame in my opinion. I'm using the Chanel Rose Bronze. I think this is a new color, I'm not really sure. It's pretty. I actually used it as an eyeshadow and I really liked it. So this is a nice peachy color, kind of a different color for me. My highlight today is going to be the Chantecaille Les Palettes. This is the sequin looking one, gold and pink. Just a little bit of glow. So I have been, you know, buying a lot of lip stuff, but I realize I shouldn't really be using it because I'm wearing a mask and it's going to waste. No one can see it unless, you know, they see me eating or drinking or something. But even then, like, it's gonna wear off. I don't know. Have you guys stopped putting makeup on for that reason? Because I certainly feel that way. Alright, I think my face is all done. I want to do some brows real quick and we'll put on an eye primer and then we'll get going on our summer, end of summer eye look. I feel like this summer was kind of wasted for me. Because normally I would be traveling somewhere fun for 2 weeks. You know, I did a little bit of traveling, but nothing like I had planned. But, you know, at least I'm healthy. At least I'm alive. I have a job. I can't complain too much, but I am complaining. I think all of us in our own ways feel just different about this year. Okay, those were my quick eyebrows. I'm going to use the ABH eye primer, which I tend to over apply. A little really goes a long way, and I always forget that. I find that if I put too much, it gets real gummy and kind of crusty and cakey. And for me, I think I could go slightly deeper because it's a pretty unattractive color on my eyelid. It's like white. I'm using my Neutrogena wipes to wipe the excess off my hands. There's something about these that smells good. And it's not like it smells like anything, it just kind of smells like soap. So with this palette, I really want to go for the teal blue. So we're going to start with that. The teal shade I'm talking about is called Proxy. And I believe, I'm not 100% sure on all the shades, I know at least one of the shades you can buy these individually, which is cool. So this is really showing up very greenish. I don't think I have any other shade that looks like this. Partially why I wanted to get this palette is because it was so different for me. At least some of the shades, like the purples, pinks, that's not really different, but blues. Bright pink is different, but yeah. I like greens and purples, but you know. I believe Lethal had a Labor Day sale. If you guys subscribe to their emails or Instagram, you might have saw that. I don't know that it was site-wide. I think it was for one of their collaboration palettes. I think if it was for the whole side I would have really checked it out, but that palette didn't really appeal to me. But I just really like the aesthetic and theme of this one for sure. I think for a little added depth, the only thing I have to say about this palette, there's not transition shades. So I'm thinking, you know, should I do this deep blue as that's kind of a lot. I know some people would do it without hesitation, but it's not like really my style, and in this video I kind of want to make this kind of a more realistic summer look, something you guys might do. So I'm gonna have to reach for some other colors on my singles, just for something a little bit more normal. So I'm gonna use this brown from ABH, Buon Fresco. Kind of a cooler toned transition shade. I'm using the same brush. This is the Refer 14. It's looking really gray mixed with the blue. So maybe I'll use a different brush. You hate it when that happens? Yeah, that's strange. It just kind of turned very gray on me. Maybe that's just the tone of this eyeshadow. I think I will add some of this true blue here. This is Outrun. So I think when I put that was supposed to be brown shade in my crease, I kind of dusted away that teal shade a little bit. So I used Outrun. Now I'm gonna go back to Proxy and just give this a good mix of blue and teal. I feel a little bit like Mimi from the Drew Carey show with this color. Kind of a lot. I'm gonna do the lower lash line in sequence, purple here. At least we can show off our eyes during the pandemic, right? We're not covering those up. So we can still do eye makeup if we want to. It's kind of a fun look, right? Alright, I do want to do an inner corner. I think I'm gonna do a purple shade that I broke, or that came broken. I didn't break it. Caps Lock, which is, no, Synth, this shade right here. It fell out. I kind of did a mediocre job at repressing it, so I'm too scared to put it back in the palette. So I have it in this one. So we're going to use this purple sparkly shade on the inner corner. And I just dipped all of that into my makeup bag. Oh man. You know when you tap your brush, you're really gonna look where you're tapping. Oh yeah, this looks nice. So it's a bit of a silvery shift to it, which I think is appropriate for these shades. Oh yeah, you could go very full-on mermaid with this look. I don't know, I'm having a little bit of fun here. It's a little bit blue. Alright, I think that's where I'm gonna stop, just because I want this to be somewhat wearable. Before I do my eyeliner and mascara and all that, I do want to add a finishing powder. This is the Guerlain Meteorites Compact. The lip product, let's do lips first and then we'll finish the eyes. The lip product I have right in front of me is my new Chanel product. And it's the liquid lipstick with the gloss, the duo. And I like it. I'm gonna have to like apply a thinner layer than I did last time because I think it applied, it stuck to my lips more, which is fine, but I kind of want a barrier in between my lips and the liquid lipstick. So I'm gonna go get a lip balm and I'll be right back. I just ended up putting on a light layer of lip gloss instead. So this is what I was talking about. This is the, I never remember the name, Le Rouge Duo Ultra Tenue Gloss in Soft Rose. So it's a bit of a deeper rose. Which I like. But I like the way this looked when I had a lip balm on first. I just did a really light layer and then put the clear gloss on top. So that's what I'm going to try to duplicate for you right now. Otherwise, when I like did the lip liner and the thick coat of the liquid lipstick and the gloss on top, it lasted like through dinner, like well through dinner. It was pretty impressive. But I felt like the color was more intense than I wanted it to be. Like, I like, you know, a very bold lip, but I like how this is still like a little bit subtle. And I just felt like the heavy layers was too much. Right, so I like that. I'm gonna do a little bit of eyeliner, the Wayne Goss Eye Coil in Precious Opal. And I find that when I use this eyeliner, I need to sharpen it every time. Like, it goes down really quickly, especially when I just try to tuck it in between my lashes. Just get a really thin line. It kind of eats up the product. My lashes do. But yeah, I kind of like, you can see how it's, half of it's gone. So it's one of those, you want to keep your sharpener handy because it's a kohl, so it's soft. So I'm gonna go through it a little bit quicker. I'm using the Pat McGrath Fetish Eyes mascara. I like how fun this look is. I think it adds a little bit of unexpected color, at least for me. I know some of you like this is really boring, but for me, like, I don't do a lot of blues, so when I do, it's very exciting. I definitely could have done like a totally nude lip or no lipstick, just a gloss, clear gloss, or, you know, very nude gloss. But I think it's a good balance. The MAC Extended Play Giggle Black Lash, yes, from MAC, on the lower lash line. I think I'm, no, I'm not out of this yet. I've had it for a long time. How do we like this? What do you guys think? Does this remind you of summer? I think if I were to do this again, I would use blue only on the outer corner instead of all over the lid, because I think I'm not totally comfortable with this. But I think if it was kind of just on the edge, I'd be a little more comfortable with it, and maybe I mean, even if a green were on my lid instead of this one, or go green to teal, I don't know. What do you guys think? It's not bad. Alright. We did it. Do you think I look bronzed enough? I think with the blush, because of the tone of it, it also adds like a little bit of warmth to my skin. Whereas like the Chanel cream just adds just a little bit, very subtle amount of glow. And I went like pretty light-handed with it, but I'm pretty happy with it so far. Alright guys, that is it for this video. Please let me know if you have any questions. Please comment below, click like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.